Virtuoso's AI-driven test automation platform can be used by anybody within independent software vendors as they build and deploy their core modularized platforms, customer-specific implementations, or managing multiple versions, testing at the API and microservice layer, but also integrations into third-party platforms. And this is to be able to test end-to-end business workflows as data flows between the application modules and/or into third-party platforms. And this is so you can perform your core system testing, customer deployment testing, and update and regression testing. The benefits of using Virtuoso are broadly in 4 areas: cost efficiency and superior outcomes through streamlined QA processes, faster ROI with automated end-to-end coverage, time savings and market agility by bringing better product and product features to market sooner with higher quality, and risk mitigation and quality enhancement, for instance, when you're making updates to ensure that nothing is broken across the platform to ensure business continuity for both yourself and your customers. With Virtuoso's AI-driven natural language, anybody can begin creating test steps using our out-of-the-box natural language syntax, as well as being able to look at the screen and write the values of elements that they see. Without any setup, we have bots which then go and discover those elements on the screen. The added benefit being that I could actually start authoring test steps prior to the application being ready, because the natural language doesn't require any pre-definition of objects. These are done as the test is running. We call this live authoring. In addition, where there are common segments, these can be added into a library. We call these checkpoints, where, for example, I could have my login steps, which I can then have store in a library, add in, and begin composing my test from reusable segments, instead of having to build tests from scratch all the time. What this allows you to do is build what we call journeys, end-to-end workflows that, for example, can log in, can open an application, could create a data-driven workflow using data from different sources, data generated in the test, from test data tables, even incorporating API calls to drive the tests. And even I could have multiple applications open to perform end-to-end testing within a single journey. What happens when Virtuoso's tests are running is the AI bots are automatically identifying all of the available selectors for each of the elements. What we do is when the tests are running, we're using AI to be able to automatically re-identify if the element still appears on the screen, whether a menu item, a form field, a drop-down, for example. If the element structure has changed, for instance, classes, IDs, XPaths, we're using AI to automatically heal those, which really removes test maintenance burden from your testing. Once the tests have been built, they can be factored into what we call goals, more like test packs within your projects and your organization. You can build in execution plans. So, for example, you could have your system test pack, your regression test, your UAT test. You can plan what goes into those, which tests, which journeys, whether they're data-driven, for example. This can be triggered from CI/CD pipelines or on schedules. And then Virtuoso acts as your grid, where you can run tests in parallel by default, capturing natural language test step outputs, fully versioned test results, reports showing me passes and fails. And if there are failed rows, I could go through and look at both natural language steps, before and after screenshots, look at step timings, event logs, but then I can scroll down and see clearly where a test step has failed, including a root cause analysis to begin analyzing as to why that has occurred. So Virtuoso's natural language test automation allows for end-to-end testing across multiple applications or modules within an application, in natural language, making it quick and easy for anybody to author, but very powerful to incorporate data-driven testing in both the UI and API layer, and then make it very fast to run tests in parallel, report on them, but also with the AI self-healing, reduces test maintenance burden to ensure that you can release as soon as possible with the highest quality assured.